I'm just going to check we've got the right people. So, David, can I ask you to confirm your full name, please?
David Michael.
And Catherine?
Catherine Angel Wood.
Thank you. On behalf of David and Catherine, I'd like to welcome you all to Lochbear Manor. They have asked you, their family and friends, whom they love and care for, to share with them this very special day. And we're gathered here to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, to give recognition to the beauty and worth of love, and to add our best wishes to the words which will unite David and Catherine. One of the many historic customs involved in the wedding ceremony is the giving away of the bride. Today, this is seen as a symbol of support for her marriage and a promise of continued love and trust from her family. So I will now ask, who gives Catherine to be married to David? Thank you very much. Please have a seat. I'd like to take your flowers and First of all, I must tell you that this building has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage. And before we go any further, I must ask if there's any person here who knows of any lawful reason why David and Catherine should not be married to each other this afternoon. They should declare it now. Now you've got these gentlemen standing here and these ladies, so if anybody likes to say anything, plenty of people to jump on. Marriage in this country is a union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. And it is my duty to remind you of the solemn vows you're about to make. So David, do you freely take Catherine to be your wife?
I do.
Will you love her, respect her, and stand by her through all your life together?
I will.
And Catherine, do you freely take David to be your husband?
I do.
Will you love him, respect him, and stand by him through all your life together?
I will.
Okay, now I'm going to ask each of you in turn to make the declaration and say you know no reason why you shouldn't get married this afternoon. David, you're going to go first. So, I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any
of any
lawful impediment
lawful impediments
why I, David Michael Old,
why I, David Michael Lord,
may not be joined
may not be joined
in matrimony
in matrimony
to Catherine Angel Boyd.
to Catherine Angel Boyd.
Okay, so Catherine, no pressure. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any
of any
lawful impediment
lawful impediment
why I, Catherine Angel Boyd,
why I, Catherine Angel Wood,
may not be joined
may not be joined
in matrimony
in matrimony
to David Michael Ward.
to David Michael Wood.
Okay, now for the contract, I want you to turn and face each other. Just making a contract with each other. And David, you're going to go first. I call upon
I call upon
these persons here present
these persons here present
to witness
to witness
that I, David,
that I, David,
do take thee, Catherine,
do take thee, Catherine,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
And Catherine, your turn. I call upon
I call upon
these persons here present
these persons here present
to witness
to witness
that I, Catherine,
that I, Catherine,
do take thee, David,
to take thee, David,
to be my lawful wedded husband. Well done. Well, I just can't pronounce the V. It's a legal word. Okay, so you get a chance to relax for a minute. But Cynthia Harrison is going to read something to us. Thank you. I'm going to get out of the way of the chair. I am delighted to be able to speak today in honor of the marriage of Catherine and David.
And now that I've officially used Kathy's real name once, I'm going to revert to calling her Kathy, which is what our family has always called her and will call her forever. Kind of like them calling me Cindy, even though I like Cynthia anyway. For those of you who may not know me and are wondering how in the world I'm part of the family, please let me introduce myself. My name is Cynthia Harrison, and I was once a music student of Kathy's mom, Karen. Karen was an instrumental music director at our small school. I became close with the family when Karen and Kevin started to use me as a babysitter for Kathy when she was still just a baby. In fact, one of my adventures in babysitting took me on a trip with the family to a conference where Kevin was teaching. We were away for several days, and I stayed back at the hotel with Kathy while her parents were working at the conference. I can recall 13-year-old me taking a baby of less than a year old to the hotel's dining room for breakfast or lunch or something, and getting crazy looks from nearby patrons who probably thought I was her mother. I had been growing up living with my divorced father who passed away suddenly when I was 16, and to summarize a long story, Karen and Kevin asked me to be part of their family and live with them. This is how Kathy and her family chose me to be Kathy's sister. We had so many adventures in the few short years I lived in the house. I had my first trip to Florida, my first plane ride, my first taste of shrimp, and the joys and challenges of living with two of the cutest little girls on the planet. Kathy has always loved adventures, and she's lucky to have been nurtured by parents who supported her adventures and were unfailingly encouraging when she wanted to try something. Kathy has always been driven to succeed, and that has led her to opportunities to study in myriad locations. The abbreviated list includes Ohio, Australia, Washington, D.C., New York City, England, whatever. When my own kids were old enough to say Aunt Kathy, we started to join Kathy on some of her tamer adventures, like visiting her in Washington and spending a day at the Smithsonian. And probably one of our favorite memories of visits with Aunt Kathy include several stops in New York City to tackle tourist mainstays such as Rockefeller Plaza, Central Park, Times Square, blah, blah, blah. We also had a very surreal trip to the Statue of Liberty. If you're not familiar, the Statue of Liberty is located on a man-made island in New York Harbor. You must take a ferry to the island to visit the statue. Of course, security in New York City being what it is. We had to go through a bag search and a metal detector. I was apparently wearing a belt of some, I was apparently wearing a belt that the metal detector didn't like and was subject to additional screening. We all ended up feeling a little violated by the time we jumped on the ferry and spent the trip across the harbor staring at a peg-legged pigeon who walked the decks of the ferry like he owned it. It surprised no one when Kathy received her PhD in criminal justice and took a position in the United Kingdom teaching unsuspecting scholars incomprehensible math that's supposed to help catch terrorists or something like that. Kathy does really important stuff that isn't meant for mere mortals to understand, but we can all sleep better at night knowing she's doing it. Kathy, being Kathy, joined a rowing club just for fun. And a quick search on the interwebs that I did shows the dearth of death-defying pursuits in and around Exeter. So Kathy settled for a skinny little boat full of determined women in a hurry to get down the river. In all this fun, Kathy met our Dave. Dave never stood a chance. Kathy's smarter than hell and gorgeous to boot. Good thing she found a man who was also smarter than hell and gorgeous to boot. They fell in love quickly, and before we knew it, Dave was in the U.S. meeting the family. And he's been back to visit more than once since that time. We didn't scare him away with our craziness. Kathy dragged Dave all over the East Coast from New York to Washington, and my family had the pleasure of hosting them in our home near Philadelphia. What fun to take our British friend Dave to see all of the red, white, and blue stars and stripes hoopla that is Independence Mall in Philadelphia. You know, the place where the Declaration of Independence was signed. He got to see all kinds of propaganda about the brave revolutionary colonists who decided to break from English rule. I'm pretty sure Dave felt like a punching bag by the end of the day, because somehow we never grew tired of reminding him who won that little disagreement between the US and the UK. The very best part was taking Dave to the Betsy Ross house in Philadelphia. Betsy Ross is purported to have sewn the first US flag. Her house still stands in Philadelphia. It's one of the oldest structures in Philadelphia, having been built in 1740. The building we're now in was built in 1760, so old Betsy only had about 20 years on Sir John Donne's. Who built it? Anyway, houses built in colonial America in the early 18th century weren't known for their spacious ceilings, and Betsy's house is no different. The people were a little shorter back in Betsy's day, and houses were built to be cozy. Our very tall friend Dave had to walk through the home practically bent in half. Somewhere, there's a picture of Dave in the basement of Betsy Ross's house with his head stuck in the ceiling joists. Nevertheless, Dave was a great sport, and I think we all fell in love with him that day. It was obvious that Kathy and Dave adored one another, and that Dave was happy to be seeing new places and hanging out with my family, and took our ribbing good-naturedly. Their marriage today is the perfect start to the next adventure, becoming a family of their own. I'm so happy to see them standing together at the beginning of forever, and I'm proud to stand here with you, looking into the future.
Dave and Kathy, you have come here today in love and affection, to honor each other and to declare before all of us that from now on you will share your home, your lives, and your great responsibilities. And we all join in the ceremony and celebration, recognizing that we're here to witness not just a legal act, but a much deeper personal declaration of commitment. A strong marriage is based upon a deep and lasting friendship, and is the promise between two people that they will live the rest of their lives together, whatever the future may bring. And when two people pledge their love and care for each other in marriage, they create a special bond which brings them closer than any spoken or written word. The giving and receiving of a ring during a marriage ceremony is an outward sign to the world of the lifelong promises you're making to one another. So we need rings. Christy, I think, has the first ring we need. And Christy, you're going to give that to David. Just on the palm of your hand. Yes, same for this. So third finger of her left hand, halfway down, and say these words to Kathy. I give you this ring
I give you this ring,
as a symbol of our marriage
symbol of our marriage,
and as a token of my love.
as a token of my love.
I give you my hand
I give you my hand
and my heart.
and my heart.
I promise to love you
I promise to love you
and to remain faithful to you
and to remain faithful to you
all the days of our lives.
all the days of our lives.
You push the ring down on the finger. Shall we put it on there? Will come off. Well done. And Matthew, we need you now, please. Kathy? Third finger of his left hand, halfway down, and say these words to him. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of our marriage
as a symbol of our marriage
and as a token of my love.
and as a token of my love.
I give you my hand
I give you my hand
and my heart.
and my heart.
I promise to love you
I promise to love you
and to remain faithful to you
and to remain faithful to you
all the days of our lives.
all the days of our lives.
And push the ring down on his finger. Make sure it's on there, Kathy. Okay. David and Kathy, you have made the declarations prescribed by law, and together with the long tradition of the giving and receiving of rings, you have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your family and friends. It gives me very great pleasure to tell you that you are now husband and wife, and you may kiss your wife.